afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Is a great subject. Can you all hear me?
Hello?
Yes, we can hear. Please continue.
Yeah.
Climate change, the local governance and climate change is most important subject because at any particular level, it is all local, So local government and local governance and local are the most important when the municipalities together will, form a constituency, constituencies together will form a state, states together will form a country. And global level, all countries together will be a global phenomena. So globally thinking and locally implementing, that is the slogan of United Nations, but in implementation it is not happening. So there are certain issues in the local governance system which needs to be addressed immediately to stop the climate change, because we are not far from the the 1.5 degrees centigrade climate disaster. So we are almost at the verge of that. So the basically local economic development needs to be done, and giving the priority to the local people, which they have every right to adopt, implement, and then mitigate the changes. So obviously the local people or local governance are experienced, and they know the awareness is already there. So they need to give an access to take their own ownership in taking the climate mitigation ahead. And municipal waste management is most important, because all the local governments are key role, the major, they play key role in collecting the garbage and municipal waste, but there is none mechanism not there. They're just suppressing the municipal waste, which is stagnation like a hills, and creating desertization around the both municipal waste as well as construction waste. So the local governments have to take up that challenge. And this year, the COP27 is also talking on the 17th of November about the construction waste management and public-private partnership, because anything and everything cannot be done by the government without a local participation. Without the private partnership, nothing can be possible. So there must be the local people should think in the way the public should participate. For example, if you take one of our the mate, what is his name, Harshavardhan Reddy, he really changed some villages, in Swachh Bharat with a local public and private partnership. So that is most important. And then we must ensure involving in the decision making process, the locals must be given. The locals and focals and voice of the locals is important. Even I can say, while I was living in UK, I worked as a school governor, and we parents as well as the local people who really involves in the school development, curriculum development, as well as the school management decision taking. So that is important even in the climate change. So that is decision making in sustainable development goals adaptation in a local level. Then gender equality also comes into, because everybody talking about about male and other things, because the gas utilization, the power saving, and all related to the energy is mostly the women controls. So gender equality and giving the powers to them take a decision is also important, and empower them if and giving awareness in the the female is also important. And then there must be a action plan. So building capacities of the municipalities in effective way in all these the economic development, as well as municipal waste management, as well as circular economy, and as well as investment diversification of the national energy mix is important. And the another important thing is lack of effective land use management. So land use policy is not effectively implemented. If రాజు దలుచుకుంటే దెబ్బల కొదవ అన్నట్టు, వడ్డించేవాడు ఉంటే ఎక్కడ కూర్చున్నా దొరుకుతుంది అన్నట్టు, that is not happening. So if somebody wanted to remove 3110, they can remove it and then can start. So the land use policy is not effectively implemented. So it should be implemented by strengthening the local governance and local management and protect, and they should have a rights to protect to protect the protected areas, dealing with the illegal logging and illegal mining, other things to be stopped. And then unsustainable natural resources exploitation is happening, like I said, the mining and other mining and anything which is should be stopped for the future generations, and which is also affecting on the climate change. And anyhow, if you don't involve the locals, then they will also lose interest on, then there will be migration happens. When the migration happens, then somebody will come in who is not having any interest on the local area, and who will only interest on the exploitation of the resources. So that should be stopped. So instead of you instead of you expanding the roads in the cities and all, you need to arrest the migration. You need to develop locally, so that the local population will stay at local, and then and that is how you must deal with the what we call the population, the transport, the what we call the vehicular, or the population, yeah, public migration into the cities. We have many examples that the even if you take the Hyderabad an example, so you have 1/4 of population is living, total 1/4 of population of Telangana is living in Hyderabad. See how vulnerable we are. So if you don't concentrate on the local development, the people always migrate to where there is a good facilities and other things. So we need to ensure that all the locals are satisfied at their level, and then the facilities should be provided at their level, so that the people migration will stop, and then development can take place locally. So that will always bring out to change, to stop the climate change. Thank you for giving this opportunity. Thank you very much.